All right, let's dive into the world of swimming pools. We're going deep today with some info about PalmSet Pools. They're based out of Woodstock, Georgia. When you sent this over, I had to admit something. I always figured building a pool was, this huge project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that. They think months and months of construction. But PalmSet, they actually say they can build a custom concrete pool, like the whole thing, in about 10 to 12 weeks.
Really? 10 to 12 weeks? That seems pretty fast, especially if it's totally custom.
Yeah, it is. And they're using these precast concrete techniques. So instead of pouring the concrete right there on site, they use these like pre-made sections for the pool shell. So it's a lot faster than those old school methods. And 10 to 12 weeks is pretty standard. But, weather can slow things down. And obviously, if you've got a super complex design, it might take a bit longer.
Right. Makes sense. Because Georgia weather, who knows what you're going to get?
Yeah, exactly. Haha.
So, okay, we've busted the myth about it taking forever. But what about the cost? Is a custom pool even, attainable for most people?
Well, it is an investment for sure. But PalmSet really stresses that. With good planning, you can make a dream pool a lot more affordable than you might think. They seem to be big on working within people's budgets and finding those creative solutions,
That's good to hear. I'm always wary of those hidden costs with big projects, But what about the upkeep? You hear those horror stories about pool maintenance, constantly taking your time and money.
Right. That's definitely a perception that's out there. But technology has really changed things. It's way easier now. PalmSet talks a lot about these automated cleaning systems and energy-efficient pumps. They're like key features in all their designs. In fact, they even claim that their solar-powered pumps can cut down on energy use by 70% compared to those old pumps.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. Good for the environment and good for your wallet. Okay, I'm starting to get why people are so into PalmSet. But hold on. What if you don't have some giant backyard? Can you still have a pool in a smaller space?
Oh, absolutely. PalmSet's all about custom designs. So they can work with even the tiniest backyards. They've been doing a lot of those plunge pools, those smaller, deeper ones, perfect for cooling off. Or even doing some water exercises if you're into that. And they use geometric shapes and really smart placement to make the most of the space.
So you don't need acres of land to have a nice pool. That's great. They're making pool ownership accessible. I like that. But I gotta ask, living in Georgia, with real seasons, can you really use a pool year-round?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And PalmSet definitely has answers for that. They incorporate heating systems so you can extend the swimming season. And they work with landscaping to create a comfortable space, even when it's not scorching hot. Think fire features, maybe some shade structures for those sunny days.
Okay, so we've officially busted some pool myths here. They don't have to take forever to build. They don't have to cost a fortune. And you don't need a massive backyard. But now I'm curious about the fun stuff. What are some of the cutting edge trends that PalmSet is using in their designs this year?
Oh, there are some really cool trends happening. PalmSet highlights 5 key ones, and they all sound amazing. First up, we've got naturalistic designs.
Naturalistic designs? What does that even mean for a pool? I'm picturing a muddy pond.
No, not quite. Think more like waterfalls, cascading over natural rock formations, lush greenery all around the pool, maybe even a vanishing edge, blending seamlessly into the landscape. It's all about making the pool feel like it's part of nature.
Okay, that actually sounds amazing, like your own little private oasis. I can see why that's popular. What else is trending?
Next up is something for the tech lovers out there. Smart pool technology.
Ooh, tell me more.
Basically, imagine controlling everything from your phone. Your pool's temperature, the lighting, even the cleaning system. PalmSet's integrating all sorts of automation features. So owning a tool is easy and convenient. You can even get alerts if there's a problem with the water chemistry or the equipment,
Wow, that's next level. Anything that simplifies my life and gives me more time to actually enjoy the pool, I'm all for it. Okay, what's next on the trend list?
Well, it's 2024, so we have to talk about sustainability. And PalmSet is really embracing that. We already talked about those energy-efficient pumps. But they're also using eco-friendly materials. And they really prioritize water conservation in their designs.
That's fantastic. It's so important to think about the environment, even when we're talking about luxury. I'm impressed with their commitment to sustainability. What other trends are catching your eye?
Well, this next one is pure luxury. We're talking infinity edges.
Ooh, yeah. Infinity edges. They always look so stunning, like something out of a high-end resort.
Exactly. It's that illusion of the water extending forever. It just blends into the horizon. It blurs the lines between the pool and the landscape.
It must be incredible to see that in person. Okay, we've got one more trend, right? What is it?
Last but not least, we have tanning ledges. These are all about relaxation and functionality.
Tanning ledges. I'm not familiar with those.
So basically, they're these shallow shells built right into the pool. So you can just lounge there and soak up the sun. They can be submerged just a few inches, or even a foot or two. Perfect for relaxing, reading a book, or letting the kids splash around safely.
I can definitely see the appeal. They sound really versatile, great for sunbathers, for parents watching their kids.
Exactly. And with those 5 trends, we've just scratched the surface of what PalmSet Pools can do. Their real strength is their personalized approach. It's not just about following trends. It's about making a pool that really reflects you, your needs, your style.
That makes sense. A pool is such a personal space. It should be unique, just like you. So how do they approach that design process? What are the key things they consider when working with a client?
Well, their process is all about collaboration. They start with a space assessment. They look at the size and shape of your yard, any landscaping that's already there, even the terrain. It's about understanding the potential and limitations of the space.
So it's not just about dropping a pre-designed pool into any backyard.
No, definitely not.
They really tailor it to the environment. What comes after that assessment?
Well, then they really dig into what you want to use the pool for. Is it for relaxation, exercise, entertaining, family fun? Knowing how you'll use it is key to shaping the design.
That makes sense. A pool for parties is going to look different from a pool for, quiet relaxation. So they're thinking about function just as much as form. What else goes into their design process?
They really emphasize aesthetic harmony. They want to make sure the pool complements your home style and that it blends well with the existing landscape.
It's all about creating a cohesive space, right?
Exactly. You don't want the pool to stick out like a sore thumb.
I'm sensing a theme here. They're taking a very holistic approach.
You're absolutely right. And speaking of holistic, sustainability is woven into everything they do. We talked about the eco-friendly materials and the energy-efficient systems, but they also think about things like water conservation and responsible landscaping.
I'm loving this focus on sustainability. It's so important for companies to be environmentally conscious, especially in an industry that uses a lot of water and energy.
Absolutely.
It sounds like PalmSet Pools is really walking the walk. Okay, so they've assessed the space, considered the purpose, ensured aesthetic harmony, and prioritized sustainability. What's next in this design journey?
Now it's time to bring your vision to life. We're talking waterfalls, lighting, decking, maybe even a fire feature or an outdoor kitchen. These elements enhance the pool's functionality, but they also make it more beautiful and inviting.
It sounds like they're really detail-oriented, thinking about every aspect of the pool experience. It's not just about the water.
They got it.
It's about creating an entire outdoor living space.
Exactly. They want you to have this backyard oasis that you love spending time in, whether you're swimming, relaxing, or entertaining. They even use 3D renderings so you can see what the final product will look like before they even start building.
Wow, 3D renderings. That's amazing. It must be so cool to see your dream pool come to life like that. And it probably helps avoid any surprises during construction. Right?
You bet. It keeps everyone on the same page.
Speaking of the building process, PalmSet seems to have a very structured and transparent approach.
They do. They want to make the whole experience as smooth as possible.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's break it down. What's the first step someone takes when they're ready to build a pool with PalmSet?
It all starts with a consultation. You sit down with their team and you talk about everything that's important to you, your vision, your needs, your budget.
So it's all about open communication from the get-go.
Exactly.
They're really listening to the client. What happens after that initial consultation?
Once they have a good grasp of your vision, they move into the formal design phase. They take all that information from the consultation and turn it into a detailed design plan.
And that's where the 3D renderings come in, right?
Right.
It must be so exciting to see your dream pool start to take shape. What happens once the design is finalized?
Then comes the permitting.
Permitting.
But don't worry, PalmSet handles all that.
Yeah.
All the paperwork, the regulations, making sure everything's up to code. They take care of it all.
That's a huge relief. Permitting can be such a headache. So it's great that they take care of that for you. What happens after the permits are all squared away?
Then the real action begins. Construction.
And remember, they use those efficient precast concrete techniques, so it doesn't take as long as traditional methods.
Exactly.
What's the final step in the process?
Once the pool is built, they do a final inspection and handover. They walk you through every detail, make sure everything meets your expectations, and they hand over the keys to your brand new backyard oasis.
It all sounds so well organized and streamlined.
It is. That's what sets them apart. They're not just builders. They're partners in making your pool dreams a reality.
I'm incredibly impressed with everything we've learned about PalmSet Pools so far. They seem to be at the forefront of the industry,
They are?
both in terms of design and customer satisfaction. This has been such an enlightening conversation, and we've only just scratched the surface of the world of swimming pools. We've busted some myths, explored some exciting design trends, and we've delved into PalmSet Pools' impressive approach to design and construction.
It's amazing how much goes into creating the perfect pool.
You're telling me.
It's not just about digging a hole and filling it with water.
So true. But for now, we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back with more poolside insights. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive, where we'll explore topics like landscaping, pool maintenance, and those all-important safety considerations.
We'll be back soon with more poolside wisdom.
See you then. Welcome back to our deep dive on swimming pools. I'm ready to jump back in. So we just covered PalmSet's approach, but I'm curious, when you're picking a pool builder, is there like a checklist you should use?
That's interesting. PalmSet doesn't have an actual checklist on their site, but their whole philosophy kind of highlights what's important.
Okay, I'm listening.
Experience is huge, obviously. PalmSet talks about their experience with concrete pools specifically. That gives them a deep understanding of, like, the whole process.
Makes sense. You want someone who knows what they're doing. What else?
Customization. PalmSet's all about those unique, personalized pools. So look for a builder who's willing to listen to your ideas, someone who'll collaborate with you.
Yeah, no cookie-cutter pools.
Right, exactly.
What else should you be looking for?
Transparency is key. PalmSet is super open about their process, their timelines, their pricing. You want a builder who keeps you in the loop, answers your questions honestly. No surprises, no hidden costs.
That's so important. A pool is a big investment. You want to feel good about the whole process.
Absolutely. And don't forget about reputation. Check those reviews, talk to people who've used the builder before. PalmSet has tons of positive testimonials.
Word of mouth is powerful.
It is.
Okay, so choosing the right builder is key. Now let's talk landscaping. I feel like the area around the pool is so important. It's what creates that whole backyard oasis vibe.
You're so right. PalmSet touches on landscaping a bit, but it's really its own topic. It sets the mood as privacy.
It's like designing an outdoor room.
Yeah.
So where do you even start with poolside landscaping?
First, you got to think about the vibe you want. Tropical paradise, Zen garden, something else entirely. That'll guide your choices.
What about practical things?
Well, function is key, especially in a place like Georgia. PalmSet talks about shade being super important, trees, pergolas, umbrellas, things like that.
Yeah, shade is a must in Georgia summers.
For sure.
What about plants? Are there certain types that do well around pools?
Plant choice is super important. You want plants that can handle your climate and that don't need a ton of maintenance. PalmSet recommends native plants whenever possible.
Makes sense. They're already adapted to the environment.
Exactly.
What about hardscaping? Walkways, patios, decking, that kind of stuff.
Hardscaping is essential. It defines the different areas. Walkways for easy access, patios for lounging, decking for transitions.
It's like creating a roadmap for the space.
Yeah, makes it more functional and beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, what about lighting? Lighting can really change the feel of a pool area at night.
Lighting is everything. PalmSet's known for their dramatic lighting effects. Good lighting can highlight features, create depth, and it lets you use the pool area even when it's dark.
I love those backyards that look magical at night.
Me too.
With the lights reflecting on the water. So pretty.
And don't forget about water features. PalmSet often includes waterfalls in their designs, but you can also have fountains, bubblers, even a little pond.
That sound of water is so relaxing.
It is.
Like a little spa in your backyard.
Exactly.
Any other details that can really make a difference?
Details are what personalize the space. Think furniture, cushions, maybe a fire pit for those cooler nights. It's about layering those comforts and making it feel like home.
So you're bringing the indoors outside.
Right.
Making the pool area a place you really want to be.
And the cool thing is, landscaping can evolve over time. You can add new plants, rearrange things, change the lighting. It's never really finished.
It's a journey.
Exactly.
Okay, we've talked about the pool, the building, the landscaping. What else does PalmSet emphasize?
Well, they talk about safety a lot, especially with kids and pets. Fencing, pool alarms, safety covers, all those things are crucial.
Safety first.
Yeah.
It's so important to feel secure.
And of course, there's maintenance. Keeping your pool clean and balanced is key.
It's an investment, so you got to take care of it.
It doesn't have to be a chore, though. There are ways to make it easier.
True, there are lots of resources and tools out there.
And PalmSet even recommends finding a good pool service company for things like regular maintenance, repairs, opening and closing for the season.
That takes the stress off.
For sure.
So you've got the builder, the landscaping, the safety and maintenance. It's all about finding the right people to help you.
It is.
This has been so informative. I feel like I've learned so much about pools.
Me too.
We've gone from design trends to the nitty-gritty of maintenance. And remember, all of this was based on your interest in PalmSet Pools.
They're a company that really gets it.
So whether you're ready to build a pool or just dreaming about it, we hope this deep dive has given you some inspiration.
And some practical knowledge, too.
Absolutely.
So ready for part 3?
Let's do it. All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We've been talking all about pools, the design, the building, the landscaping, everything. And, something you said earlier really stuck with me about how pools, they're not just about swimming.
Right.
Right.
They can have a much bigger impact.
Exactly. Like PalmSet's focus on sustainability. That's a great example. Choosing those eco-friendly materials, the energy-efficient systems, it's not just a trend. It's about making responsible choices.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the environment either. It can save you money, too. Those efficient pumps and solar heating, they can really lower your bills.
Yeah, that's a big plus. So we've got the environmental benefits, the financial benefits. What other positive impacts do pools have?
Well, I was thinking about PalmSet's design process. They really focus on the homeowner's needs. It's not just about making a pretty space.
Yeah.
It's about improving people's lives.
That's a good point. It makes you realize that pools can be so much more than just a place to swim. They can be about fitness, relaxation, social connection.
Right.
Like, imagine a family with kids. A pool can provide hours of fun, encourage them to be active. It's like a mini water park in your backyard.
It is. And for people who are more into fitness, a pool's great for low-impact exercise.
Yeah, swimming is a fantastic workout. And it's easy on your joints, so it's good for all ages.
Hey.
And we can't forget about the therapeutic benefits of water. Just floating there, feeling weightless. It's so relaxing and restorative.
It is. It's a great way to de-stress.
For a lot of people, a pool is like a sanctuary, a place to escape from the everyday stress.
I agree.
And it's not just about individual well-being either. Pools can bring people together too.
Definitely. I have so many memories of pool parties and barbecues, kids running around, everyone having fun.
Yeah, it's a place to gather and connect. It creates a sense of community.
Absolutely.
Thinking about all this, it really shows how much thought goes into designing a good pool.
It does.
It's not just about how it looks. It's about how it makes people feel.
It's about enhancing their lives.
Exactly. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of swimming pools. This has been such an interesting conversation.
It has.
I've learned so much. We've covered design trends, sustainability, the building process, even the ways a pool can impact our lives.
We've talked about it all.
And remember, this was all based on your interest in PalmSet Pools.
They seem like a great company.
They do. So whether you're thinking about getting a pool or just daydreaming about it, we hope this deep dive has given you some ideas.
And some useful information, too.
Absolutely. That's what the deep dive is all about.
Helping you explore the things you're curious about.
So until next time, keep on diving deep.
And happy swimming.